What's up, YouTube? Johnny here. Just wanted to give a quick contest update. My 200 subscriber contest. It ends at the end of the month. So basically at the end of this week. I think Friday or Saturday, I think is the last day. We'll call it Saturday, that'd be fine. And we just have to do a video response to the original contest video, which I'll have linked below, on what your worst, most horrible vacation story ever was. Had a few entries so far, and really good. And hopefully I'll get a few more this week. It'd be awesome. The prizes I showed in the last video, I don't have them with me right now, but it's a display case, travel case for pipes, and 3 estate pipes that I've cleaned up. And then the other prize is this cigar, not this cigar, but one just like it. And cigar cutter, some coffee sample packs, and then some just pipe tobacco samples in both deals. So there'll be 2 different prizes. And I want to take a moment to share with you my worst ever vacation story. And worst vacation I ever had. The whole vacation wasn't good, but it was the last part of the vacation was my honeymoon. And during my honeymoon, when me and my wife got married, we were both not very well off, as most people are when they're young and they get married. We didn't have a whole lot of money, but we'd won a bingo contest and saved a little bit of money. And I took her to Jamaica and the Caribbean on a cruise. I had about 10 days off, went on a 6-7 day cruise, and when we come back, we're going to spend 3 nights in Miami at a hotel before we flew back to Atlanta. And we didn't have very much money with us. My father-in-law had graciously gifted us his credit card just in case we saw something we wanted to get or whatever. Let us know. I didn't have a lot on it. Just, hey, find a little something, take care of it. But we had all the hotels were paid for, of course, the cruise, everything's included. So we were excited, and the cruise was awesome. We went to Jamaica, Grand Cayman, had a blast, had an absolute blast. Well, we got back to the airport from the bus from the cruise, and there was supposed to be a shuttle to take us to the hotel. And we called to confirm the hotel, and they let me know that. And I hadn't even thought about it, but I had the credit card that I'd originally booked the hotel with, I had lost it, and I had gotten a new credit card. And so what this hotel did on the day of our reservation, they pre-checked the card, and I guess saw that it was not in existence, and they canceled our reservation. So our flight doesn't leave for 3 more days in Miami. And of course, changing tickets costs. So we're there, and we're in Miami 3 days, very little money. And so we try to change tickets. Well, she was going on a special ticket, comp ticket from the airline, because she had flown quite a bit before we got married, and I had my ticket paid for. So we tried to switch our plane tickets to be able to go back home 3 days early and just skip the hotel. And I got changed over to the new flight, and she was not able to. So now we've spent all this money to change my ticket. And my wife is just all 2 pieces. I mean, what is that? Now I've got a ticket to leave in like an hour. She's stuck. We don't have a hotel. Her flight doesn't leave for 3 days. What are we going to do? And she is absolutely just bawling, crying, sitting on the floor. And she looks at me, and still today it's funny, but at the time it was absolutely horrible. She looks at me and says, "You go back and leave me here. I'll be fine." As she's pouring tears out of her eyes in Miami. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to fly back to Atlanta. Have your dad pick me up, who makes me look like a small guy. And I'm going to say, hey, yes, sir, where's Suzanne? Well, she's back in Miami sleeping on the floor of the airport for the next 3 days. She'll be back. We'll come back and pick her up. I came home without her. That wasn't going to happen. So I changed my flight back to the original plane I had been on. So basically, I spent $150 for nothing. I haven't changed anything just to get back to where I was. There was no understanding, of course, from the airlines. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. And so now we literally have no money. So, and we don't know how much money we have, and we know we got her dad's credit card, but we know there's very little on it. So I call around, and we finally got a hotel that they got a room. I think it was Best Western. They shuttle us out. So we're just ready to get out of the airport because, I mean, this day is horrible. Ready to get out of the airport and get somewhere else, at least for a little while. So we get this hotel shuttle, and we go to the hotel. We haven't paid for anything. We don't know if we're able to pay for anything. We just know we don't want to be in the airport anymore, but we're going to try somewhere else. So we get there, and also her dad's card, so no ID. And this was a time when I got asked ID all the time for everything that we did. So I get there, and we go to the counter, and the lady takes the card. We're getting 2 nights. It was 2 nights before we had to fly back. And she swipes the card, and it's declined. It's declined. Shit. We don't know what to do. So I asked her, I said, ma'am, will you run it for 1 day and see if it'll take it for 1 day? And then I'll work to see who can, how to get you paid for the second night. And this lady, to this day, I wish I knew who she was. I'd send her birthday and Christmas cards. No problem. She ran for the 1 night. I mean, we are trapped with no money in Miami. And she runs it for 1 night. It goes through for 1 night. I'm able to get a hold of my parents. I'm a young guy. My parents, my mom, she faxes her credit information to them for the second night. And couldn't afford to eat anything, so we actually had to walk 4 or 5 blocks in Miami to this local grocery store. And I think we ate bologna sandwiches and ramen for the next 3 days till we had to fly out the third day on our original time. But that was definitely my worst vacation experience ever. My wife, I'll just never forget how devastated and upset my wife was. I'll never forget my wife asking me to fly back without her, and just compounded one thing after another that I'm glad I don't have to live that way anymore. Very fortunate to not have to live that way anymore. But it definitely was an interesting end to what otherwise was a very wonderful trip and the start of a 9-year relationship, soon to be 10-year relationship with my wife. So anyway, that's my story, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to hearing yours. I've enjoyed the stories that I've received so far. It's really decent prizes. Definitely get a video responses. Be real quick. Send it, get it done, and we'll do a drawing next weekend. Other than that, guys, I hope y'all have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.